It's not my fault. I never wanted to be famous.
Sorry, kiddo. That's not the way I remember it.
Disney has done so much to bring this classic tale to life. From Tom Hanks's incredible performance with nothing but a laser pointer, the Blue Fairy's ethereal costume design, to the legendary Robert Zemeckis being behind the lens. Number 1. If anyone can do it, Tom Hanks can.
I'm going to make it look so real that you're not even it's going to seem real to me.
A big part of his job in this film was making sure that it looked believable he was actually talking to Pinocchio. Not only did he have to make sure he held eye contact at the appropriate level, but he had to make sure the expression on his face was appropriately engaged.
If it looks like the live-action actor is looking through the character and not really looking at the character, then the illusion won't work.
Number 2. Tom Hanks gives us full dedication for his role of Geppetto. He describes his experience on set as sort of like
just drowning, just swimming in water.
Because they have to do so much in post, the actions they perform on set can seem a bit chaotic.
We have to suspend you upside down, which won't look like it when we have it. You have to have a mouthful of this water, then have to spit it right there.
Every performance in this film was so incredibly technical, it took a lot of planning to get it just right.
Now let's do it 17 times till we get it naturally right.
Number 3. The fairy godmother we still want to this day. Robert Zemeckis wanted the Blue Fairy to be depicted as sweet, kind, and yet sensible and practical.
He wanted this beautiful mix of qualities in this character.
They also wanted her to have a bit of an edge to her. Cynthia Erivo was able to keep all of her piercings in, but they replaced the jewelry with beautiful fairy-like pieces made by the costume designer.
It wanted to feel as fairy-like as we could possibly make it.
Number 4. Speaking of ethereal and whimsical, we have to talk about Cynthia Erivo's performance of this iconic Disney song.
When you listen to the song, I want you to believe that I believe what I'm singing.
Apparently, she nailed it from the very first take. Robert Zemeckis didn't even need to do a second, but she wanted it to be perfect.
Cynthia did many retakes after that, tweaking things that she wanted to fix, but I thought they were all magnificent.
Number 5. Did anyone else's parents do character voices? Joseph Gordon-Levitt said Robert Zemeckis gave him some simple yet game-changing wisdom when it came to finding his Jiminy Cricket voice.
When you tell your kids stories, do you do voices? I was like, yeah, of course.
We're not surprised that Joseph Gordon-Levitt does, in fact, get really into doing the voices when reading his kids' stories.
Okay, so just do the Jiminy Cricket voice how you would do if you were a dad telling your kids the Pinocchio story.
Well, how do? Cricket's the name. Jiminy Cricket, be precise.
Number 6. Tom Hanks and Robert Zemeckis go way back. Robert and Tom worked together most famously on Forrest Gump. Coming back to work with Robert on Pinocchio was an opportunity Tom didn't really want to miss out on. When he first heard that Robert was thinking about doing Pinocchio, he waited for a while, but ultimately had to approach him about the role of Geppetto. I asked him, "Are you really going to direct Pinocchio?" He said, "Yeah, I'm thinking about it." I said, "If you don't have a Geppetto and you can withstand doing something with me, let me know." Number 7. Tom Hanks is taking notes from our cats over here. Not only did he have to know where Pinocchio was in the scene, but he also had to consider all of the other digital characters. Sometimes, instead of an off-stage Jiminy Cricket talking to him, it was just a laser pointer. At one point, I had to place in my head a fish, a cat, a cricket, and a wooden boy. I had to do it all, and with the Blue Fairy on occasion. On our second or third day there, my brain just got exhausted. I said, "Bob, can you give me a minute in order to put all these mental images in my head and in the right place?" Number 8. Benjamin Evan Ainsworth channels the 1940s. When he was prepping for his audition, he wanted to stay true to the original Pinocchio voice. So he listened a lot to Dickie Jones as Pinocchio.
I'm a real boy! But guess what? I'm almost a real boy.
Following his audition, he took his callback on Zoom in a soundproof closet, in which he spent hours prepping his voice.
A hectic, couple hours trying to do this for a 10-minute Zoom.
Number 9. The music is a major part of the storytelling. In addition to the classics like When You Wish Upon a Star, Hi Diddle Dee Dee, and I've Got No Strings, there are 4 brand new original songs in the film, written by Alan Silvestri and Glenn Ballard. When director Robert Zemeckis and Chris Weitz were trying to figure out when to add new music, they decided to stick to those moments that were the most emotionally pertinent to the character's growth. What songs do best in musicals is shore up the emotional growth of a character or help express what a character is feeling at any given moment. So that's what we did with the songs. Number 10. You may be surprised by this one. The biggest challenge Robert Zemeckis faced when getting the film done was actually finding the artists to work on it. We have a very serious shortage of digital artists in the world, and everybody is making movies with digital effects. It's very tough to find enough people to actually work on your movies these days. The live-action version of Pinocchio has some incredible performances, musical numbers, and costumes bringing it to life. It's insane how much growth a tale can go through while staying totally true to its classic origin. Which was your favorite new element in this version of Pinocchio?